Hey, beautiful. Are you there?
You really think I'm beautiful?
My girl's the prettiest girl I've ever seen.
Aw, you really mean I'm your girl? You're so sweet.
You're the sweet one. Meet me tonight. I want to see you in person. Put my arms around you.
Under a lot of pressure. Have to study algebra.
Fine. I guess you don't love me. Whatever. Signing off now.
Wait, don't go.
Why should I stay? It's not like you care about me.
Yes, I do.
Prove it. Come over.
To your house? I don't know. I can't.
Well, if you're not coming over, at least give me a little something.
What?
Send me a pic.
But you already have my profile picture.
No, not those. I want more.
More?
Don't play dumb. You know. Send me something sexy.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We're doing that a long time ago.
2, 1, action.
Teen dating violence is a very serious health issue for our youth. About 1 in 5 high school students report that they have experienced emotional and physical violence in their dating relationships. Safe Place is bringing together community organizations and the schools in Austin to address teen dating violence and work together in prevention.
For example, they talked about disrespectful language and behavior among boys and girls, peer pressure to be dating when you're in 6th or 7th grade.
We come together to celebrate resiliency through the performing arts.
We are very fortunate to be one of the 11 communities that were selected for the National Start Strong initiative. Start Strong is funded by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the largest initiative thus far to address teen dating violence. We have chosen to use the arts as a way for youth to have a voice and for youth to reach their peers.
The whole idea to create a community partnership with the Theater Action Project was to put the task of raising awareness and educating young people in the hands of teenagers. So much of what young people get is so top-down. It comes from adults down to the kids, and it is do this, don't do this, this is the right way to do it, this is the wrong way to do it. As any of us who have ever been young know, that basically goes in one ear and out the other. When it really resonates is when it's from one peer to another, from somebody who looks like a teenager and says, this is what it's all about, and here's the way to kind of navigate it. That's when it really starts to sink in with kids.
I got something for you to study. Check her out. Ooh, Janet? Yeah, we got math class together. She a nice girl. Damn, she's fine. Would you hit that? That's Janet, and nah, it ain't like that. Hey, Janet, you okay?
No, those boys were talking about the way I dress and spreading rumors.
There's always action in art. And so it is the perfect way for youth to explore positive actions and positive solutions to situations of abuse.
I'm sorry, I feel bad. Do you think she'll let me apologize? Can you apologize for me?
I think you should do it yourself.
They know how to get through to their peers so their peers will listen. So we really rely on them as the experts in their own culture.
Hey Larry, let's go apologize.
Man, I ain't do nothing wrong. I'll take it real, man. Don't worry.
Hey, Jane, do you mind if I sit down?
This is not fair. Get out of my office. Get out of my office. Get out of my office.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Can't take this.
Can't take this.
Don't worry.
All right, folks. Let's focus on the group. Don't make it about you. Let's keep going.
The first step is to build community. If we're going to get people comfortable about talking about relationships and these really serious issues, we need to make sure they all feel safe. So we start playing games and laughing together and having a really good time, having everyone kind of shed their ego that they have to wear outside of the rehearsal room and just be goofy and silly and be willing to be vulnerable, because it's a huge part of the sharing process. The next thing we do is we educate about the issues.
Three big ideas about power, status, or privilege.
educating in a very active way. So not just handing out worksheets about what dating violence looks like, but really examining real life situations where it might happen. And that may look like us clipping headlines from a newspaper and making images with our bodies about that headline, and then having a conversation about what that kind of story might have meant, what might have been motivating those characters to behave that way. Developing the scripts, we used a lot of personal experiences. We had a lot of kids say, yes, this really happens in school. I feel strongly about this being in the scene.
One journal entry we did was you have to make up a fictional character, and what happened is that character just left school for some reason. No one knows why, and all these rumors are spreading around that, like, she got raped, she got pregnant, she was abused. And so you sort of write, like, how it would be to be in that person's shoes, and that actually became our play, that monologue that we all wrote, and those became our characters.
We definitely see that kids are really hungry for that outlet to have their voice be heard and to be able to experience a program rather than just receive one. And I think that's what's so great about Changing Lives is they truly become the educators to other peers.
I just wanted a friendship, and Harrison pressured me to send him those pictures.
What kind of pictures? And who is Harrison?
Don't hate me. He's a guy I met online. He was so sweet at first. He made me send a picture of me without my clothes on him. I didn't want to lose him. He got so mad, and I didn't do what he wanted, and he just...
Doing the acting on stage, it made me more confident to speak out loud.
So, Shanae, how do you feel about all of these?
I love him, but if the baby's not mine, so I'm leaving him.
It made me feel good that we were tackling some ideas that other people didn't know about and making a difference in how they, about their opinions and how they reacted.
What's not to like about him? Abusive.
First, it was very difficult for me because I was barely popping out of my shell. Like, I wasn't loud. I wasn't used to being in front of an audience speaking like that.
I'm going to talk to him. But Nicole, you shouldn't. But Nicole, you need to.
And I saw people there supporting us and supporting me. I felt very confident to get out in that stage and do well and let people know what's going on. It brought out people's experiences, their personal stories, and that really touched me.
The dialogue that starts between and among everybody, from the teenagers to the staff, and then ultimately with the audience, which is often made up of parents, teachers, community members, that's where the heart of the work is.
So who wrote the script? Did all the kids write the script?
You're looking at them. Everybody standing in this half of the room worked on the script.
Very natural. That was one of the strengths of the whole show is how real the dialogue is.
It was frighteningly authentic, really. From things that I've heard and seen.
These are like our characters. This is how teenagers act, and this is how we see stuff.
We brought like everyday problems you see in the news, and we kind of made our script along with that. There's a lot of emotion in the play that people have seen and like dealt with in their life.
Here's the thing, people love drama. Let's face it, we live for it. How else can you explain our obsession with celebrity gossip and he said, she said scandals and reality TV?
I should go on one of those online dating sites. Yeah, right, that's so not for me. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to set up a profile just for fun. Age, 18? Sure, I can be 18.
I think once you start taking a good hard look at some of the things that are going on in the world, it's harder and harder to turn away from it. And when you think about youth, who they're becoming and what they're bringing to any situation now, and how what we're doing with them now really does affect the future, you realize this is really important work.
It has opened my eyes, like it made me look at life a whole different way. Hopefully it will to the younger kids too, especially the younger kids, because what they have to face growing up, you don't know where they come from. Their background stuff could be horrible, and having someone on their side and being there for them the whole step of the way, that is very good.
Whether or not they decide they want to do any acting in the future, just being able to stand and speak in front of a group of people without erasing yourself is a huge skill that's really valuable.
I was standing on the stage during the talkback after the performance this summer, and I was listening to all the comments that were made. I could see the students on the stage saying, okay, the value of this work is coming back to me now. At that point, they start to realize that what they're doing is very important.
We know from listening to the teen actors who are involved that it has a profound effect on their lives. They really critically reflect on all their relationships, and they become leaders in their community. We also know from the shows that the audience gets really engaged in the issues. We hear parents talk to their teens who are actors at that moment and begin a new dialogue about how they see each other's relationships. And we see teens getting really engaged. What is the right response if you see one of your friends in an abusive relationship? What can you do? There's no single simple answer to any of these situations, and it's really in getting the dialogue going after a show that they begin to practice solutions.
We had kids who showed up on the first day of the program who didn't say a word, who saying their own name in the space seemed painful. And seeing those same kids go through the process and by the end of it be playing characters and acting and filling a whole theater with their voice is huge.
Standing taller but not above the others, a flower on the wall.
I think in every generation there's this perception of teenagers as being, liabilities to society, and I think what this does is really shows that they're assets and that they have so much to say and to give.
And how many other girls are going through the same thing right now? I have to speak out. I have to tell my story.
By speaking out, they turn their pain into power. If we all used our voices in the same way, what might our school look like tomorrow?